And good morning.
Morning. Am I on? Yeah.
No,
I can barely hear me this morning.
we unfortunately have been hearing you since before you walked in the studio. I just love. Am I on? Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing myself. Huh. I wonder how that works.
Yeah, but I hurt really low. I guess
You
it's
hurt
just
really low. That's something you need to go to the doctor about. Me and
no. I
Mike,
hear it.
me and Mike may be qualified to look at one or two, but not yours.
Yeah. No. Never.
I just said
No.
not yours. I think
No,
I
I
was
think it's the
clearly.
water in my ears because I took a shower last night.
Water in her ears.
Stephanie, can I ask you a small little bitty question?
No, because it's never a small, little bitty
Showers
question.
don't involve you dunking your head underwater.
Yes, it does. When you it's not underwater. When you get the shower nozzle head and clean your ears out.
Listen, most women take the shower nozzle and put it
I
on their
don't wanna hear
cooter,
what they
not their
do.
ears. Stephanie turns it
Why
to.
do you have to turn everything nasty?
I'm trying to. You just said you took the shower head and you shoved it to your ears. So what do you put it on massage and stick it on one side of your head and hope it blows out the other side of your head?
It does blow out the other side.
Yuck.
Why am I visualizing them Garbage Pail Kid cards?
Why am I visualizing walking up to Stephanie, looking in her ear and going, I can see land.
Hello.
I see light.
Quack, quack, quack.
Yeah, there ain't no Affleck flying out of there.
Quack, quack.
Golly. So really, you put a shower head to your ear?
Yeah, I didn't put it on the jet stream like Travis does. Just put
There
it on
are so
regular
many
shower.
French toast things that we are figuring out about you two that make us really question.
Well, you make fun of us when we do the ear candles, but you should try it because I'm telling you, it really does do the earwax out of your ears.
Yeah, but y'all also do butt candles, and I don't want to try that either.
No, that's just firecrackers.
Mike.
Yeah.
Stop humming into the microphone. If you have nothing good to say, just don't make any noise.
Why y'all call me a criminal?
I'm trying to figure out
there.
every time you involve Stephanie in water or fire, it involves holes in their body.
Or they're moving.
Or moving somebody.
Moving a body?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, because Mike.
Why
Mike
are y'all
is
calling me a criminal?
Mike is as bad as Stephanie. When Stephanie comes in and has something she's got to just talk about right now, she won't shut up until she spews it out. So we have to stop what we're doing and listen to what she says. Now, Mike is on a Chris Brown kick this morning.
Yeah,
so let's hear it, Mr. TMZ himself. What exactly is happening? I clicked on a couple of the little TMZ reports as it was kind of happening, and all I can tell is this. My opinion based on what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some hooers was at his house. One hooer touched a little bling bling instead of his ding ding, and he pulled out a gun. And I ain't talking about his love gun. And that's the only thing I have figured out. The only thing I figured out so far is as Chuck Berry needs to, Chris Brown needs to redo Chuck Berry's song called My Ding-a-Ling and let Chris be like holding some guns going, my bling bling, my bling bling. Hey, you old ho, don't touch my bling bling. And I'm just saying, I mean, the dude's got a smash hit just waiting.
Wow.
So, Mike, where's the story, dude?
All right, this lady's name was Baleen Curran.
Baleen, and this is the little.
Well, if you ask her, she's not a hooker.
So was she getting paid to be there?
She does apparently.
Whether it be drugs or was there any kind of financial agreement?
Didn't know she was a hooker.
She didn't know.
There's a video. You want me to send it to you?
There's
really?
There's stuff all over.
Is it of you or is it the bling bling chick?
It's the bling bling chick.
Yeah, send it in the messenger group.
Yeah, this is great, man.
Because I was listening, like I said, to the TMZ stuff. And this stupid biatch is just like, so I touched the bling after I was told not to. and he started waving a gun.
Oh.
Look, girl, you were paid to lay on your back and stay in that other room. That's where you were supposed to stay.
Are you talking about the one where she's in the little she's got the blazer on with the black
black
t-shirt?
glasses? Yeah.
I was tripping out because
Yeah.
1 minute in TMZ, they show a blonde hair girl supposedly on the phone, but then they show this picture of a black hair girl. I'm like, okay, so which girl is it? Or is she the same? Or is she role playing? And it depends on what hooker day she's on. Monday, she's paid as a brunette. Tuesdays is like a redhead. What is it? What is it?
Apparently, she was admiring some jewelry. That's hooker talk for I'm going to steal it. And basically, he pulled out a gun on her. So she calls 911. And then the story ensues. Look, about all that crap, and you've been around those folks. I've been around those folks. Everybody's been around those folks. It's nuts. People steal stuff all the time, drugs, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
The part that I'm laughing about is the thing that we always talk about in these type of crimes. This guy is waving a gun. He is holed up in his house while SWAT teams are organizing outside. And the only thing this guy has got to say is, why are y'all treating me like a criminal? Because you're a criminal.
Well, I still haven't heard what did he actually do wrong?
Well, he pointed the gun at her. I mean, so I guess it's terroristic threats.
Yeah, but
There it is.
yeah, but I was trying to find the video of some of what they were talking about yesterday.
I think that go down a little bit. Is that it right there in the red? Blow, blah, blah. New video, blah, blah, blah.
No, you can't
No,
pull that.
it's not.
Oh,
Can't
wow.
pull that one up.
That's weird.
Yeah,
So-
that's weird.
It just seems to me it's his house. If she was potentially trying to steal something,
Oh, I'm
then I
sure
don't
she
see
would.
that he did anything wrong.
Okay.
Listen, dude, you know how many times I've waved guns in my house? I've chipped a brother's tooth before. I am so sorry that his mouth was big enough to do whatever he did in county lockup, but he act like shoving that 12 gauge in his mouth was hard.
But see, there was like a standoff. You can't do that with cops, folks. If the cops say,
Was
hey,
he on the phone with his attorney? I mean, you know,
he was on the phone with friends. He scheduled a birthday party for one of his kids. No,
he should have went ahead and just did some like Facebook Live at this point.
you know,
And it says right there that she is wanted.
Oh yeah,
for,
she's done this stuff.
for allegedly stealing a fancy designer purse at a swanky hotel. So
Yeah,
You know, this is all going to get dropped before it's over with.
I know, but the funny thing is, okay, here I found full coverage. Police outside of Chris Brown's house. That's the part I'm talking about. This other stuff goes on all the time. Y'all know that.
Well,
I'm
it's just
talking
like
about-
OJ and all the
I'm talking
celebrity
about
stuff.
There are
that-
SWAT teams outside your house going, come out, and you're waving a gun around going, no.
Was he waving the gun around outside?
No, he didn't come outside. He was
So is there
inside.
any video proof he was inside waving a gun?
Yes. Yeah.
There is video.
From what I understand.
I mean, because video is crucial at this
All
point.
right, hold on a sec. I am going to flop this over to you. Or would you like me to watch it during the
No, I want it over here so I can play it because I'm having a hard time finding any video. Like yesterday, it was friggin' everywhere, and now today I can't even find any.
You know, there's a new story on the board today. You know how it works. There's a new story up already today. Zika virus is back. No, so all right, let's see. Full coverage, and I sent it to you there, brother man, on the
And that's
messenger.
on the messenger.
For the Just for Fun radio, like you like it.
yeah, I can't send the video, but
All right,
It's
now
on
here, let's see where we are.
This
Arrived
is-
on scene.
And this
We're
is
going to get
Wow.
you guys more information. Just wanted to get this video out there for you so you could watch it live with us.
yeah, they show like cars galore up and down this
Man,
road.
look at all
Look
these
at the
cops.
RV.
Look, that's the SWAT.
There's a
command
$500,000
vehicle.
bus sitting out
Oh
there.
my god! Yeah, come on, man, this is awesome. Look at that. They got command vehicles.
Yeah, but realistically, this is how. Come on, man, this is stupid.
Scotty, point that gun at me now in this house. I will blow it up.
Yeah, but nobody really knows the truth. You got this dumb biatch
Who's been accused of doing the exact same
who's
thing
a
before.
whore.
She's a
I mean, she is a
hooer.
hooker. She's a
She's a
hood.
hooer.
She is a
This is
paid
it, man.
financial advisor masseuse.
McDouche.
McDouche is what she is.
I love it. Come on, man.
Yes, I would like the number one supersized. And can I get a McSlut to go?
These are cops walking around in
Wow.
freaking suits and shaved heads,
Well,
man.
those would be detectives.
These are the bad boys, man.
The problem is this video is worthless. This is the same crap I was seeing yesterday. It's a friggin' helicopter driving around or flying around.
All right, guys. So we're getting an
All right,
update
let's
from
see.
TMZ. This, according to TMZ, police have retrieved at least one gun, other weapons, and drugs from Chris Brown's home
Wow.
after Chris threw a duffel bag out the window of his home. Now, this is a story that first came to you guys from TMZ. Cops racing to Chris's home early Tuesday morning after a woman called 911 and claimed he pulled a gun on her. Wow. Police have been at the house since 3 a.m. and are in the process of getting a search warrant. Chris has not left the house, but multiple sources tell TMZ he was defiant as he threw the duffel bag out the window.
Did
Taunting
he
cops
throw
and
it?
saying,
Do they
"Come
have
and
proof
get me."
he threw it out the window?
Interesting.
Or one of his
This is
posse?
coming from TMZ as well. Chris posted a video in which he refers to Black Lives Matter, saying, F the
Oh my
police.
gosh.
Two sources on scene tell TMZ that in addition to weapons, there were drugs in the duffel bag. As for who exactly called 911, that woman, apparently a beauty pageant title holder.
Yeah. She's a holder, all right. She holds it for about 45 seconds after she's paid. I'm telling you, dude, this is all going to come
Now,
down to.
according to an LAPD spokesman who spoke with Fox News, they have a detective that's at Chris Brown's residence, and they have police intelligence operations there to gather more information.
How much money do you think this spent? Taxpayers.
I'm promising this is $1 million
According to the
spent to
LAPD, no
do
shots were
this.
fired. At that
Not
point, that's
Chris
all they
Brown's
can
money.
tell Fox.
If those guys right there get paid $20 an hour, there's $100 an hour just sitting there.
Standing there.
Now, according to the LA Times, officers made an attempt to enter Chris Brown's house, but were turned away and told to obtain a search warrant earlier
Yes,
this morning.
that's exactly true. There's not a crime in
Now,
progress.
interesting
Not
fact, according to a
realistically.
local station in Los Angeles, Chris Brown's home has actually been visited by police 5 times in the past year due to various disturbances of the peace complaints.
Mm.
It's interesting because Chris Brown had been staying fairly under the radar after the Rihanna incident in 2009. He
those
was
cars,
sentenced to
dude.
5
Yeah.
years of probation because of his domestic violence incident with Rihanna. Considering his probation just ended in 2015,
So he has no probation to violate at this
you
point.
think he might be a little more cautious, but we don't know what the altercation was about. We have very limited information
Damn it,
right
those
now. but we do have
cars.
these live
Convertible
aerials
Rolls,
outside
3
Chris Brown's
Lambos,
home.
a Porsche 911, and that's the badass 911.
I think that might be a Bentley at the top there.
Look,
Oh, that's a Lambo, or isn't it? Or one of those.
that's that
Countachs,
other car. That's,
Apex, something another.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anywho's, enough wasted time on this. I think what's funny, unless they visually have proof that he's the one that threw the bag out of the window, you know,
They're barking at the moon.
they have no proof of anything. The only other thing too is if they could try to figure out how to get them for narcotics and firearms in the same bag. You know what I'm saying? If the guns are legal, if they're legal guns, I mean, it all falls under what are you going to really get them on?
And what window did he throw him out of? Because he's got a compound. It's not going to go anywhere. I imagine he's trying to get out of the house. So, you know. I'm not
Well,
sure.
and it just the whole thing's just so shady. It's stupid.
Typical stuff that gets completely blown out of proportion.
And it's all going to go back to this stupid woman.
Yeah.
It's
I mean-
all going to go back to her. And before it's over with, either it really happened, and she's going to end up being paid some money to say that it's all a lie,
To shut up or whatever.
or they're going to prove she's just a crook.
Well,
I bet they prove that she's a crook, especially after they're already talking about her stealing a purse.
Yeah.
I mean, because that right there shows that.
And see, in what window did he throw anything out of? Because wouldn't you think that the bag wouldn't have been moved yet and the police would be standing there because of the whole chain of evidence. They'd want to have to take pictures of it and everything else. So if it did hit the ground, you would assume somebody would be standing there, crime scene people photoing that it dropped.
Hey, the hot tub's still running.
And if a cop now picks up the bag, then hello, wasn't we supposed to check fingerprints and verify who actually touched it? And I mean, oh, dude, I'm just sitting here thinking this is a, you know, I don't want to say the word, but you remember when we used to play that game? Somebody throw the football up, and whoever grabbed it's the guy's got to be tackled. You know, this is that whole monkey effing a football over here. So, anyways,
he had a nice looking house.
He's got a beautiful home.
I don't know, you know.
It's just funny, but yeah, that's the same picture that was for hours. It's a helicopter. Do you know how many hours, how much fuel, and how much money? Because fuel's one price, but you got to have a pilot up there too. You know how much money was wasted on this helicopter to fly around?
And there's two of them.
And this is the news helicopter.
Yeah.
What about the police helicopter?
There was 2 helicopters up there because you're getting a shadow.
Well, it's not just that, but how many news crews had helicopters up there? And you know the police had a helicopter and possibly 2 helicopters with the police.
Rough idea, $1,000, maybe $1,500 an hour.
An hour.
To operate
not
each one.
counting the police on the ground
Yeah.
and the SWAT team. And how friggin' ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
All over a hooker.
Gotta think about all of the gas that the vehicles use.
Yeah, that's
bullet,
just
the ammunition.
the SWAT
stuff.
vehicle alone.
Yeah,
There wasn't no bullets and ammo. Nobody was shooting anybody.
Well, I mean, they still have to be ready.
Yeah, but they already got all that. That's already purchased.
But I'm saying if they
Hey, run to Kmart. We're going to Chris Brown's house. I need you to pick up some 9mm. 227s. Come on, hurry up.
And the cops
Walmart's got a better deal today. What?
And the cops pay.
That's kind of where we were going, is the cops pay. Nobody had to go buy any bullets for this.
Shut up. Because I mean, just to move the SWAT team out alone, that's got to be a couple of
Look, that RV they
$1,000
got was probably getting 6 to 8 miles to the gallon.
of diesel, right?
Yeah.
Gets feet per gallon.
That thing had 5 air conditioning units on the top of it. There's no telling what it costs to operate.
They
that
emptied a
command
tank
center
just to get it cranked.
Anyways, it's just funny all over a hooker trying to steal a little bling bling. I'm not a hooker.
Wow.
I'm a social worker.
No, she's a beauty pageant.
A beauty
winner.
pageant. That's exactly right.
God, Scottie.
How about this? I'm laughing just because we're already here, but it's Tom Sizemore facing 3 years in girlfriend beating.
Good.
Now, you want to talk about 2 loose cannons?
Yeah.
That's Tom Sizemore and Chris Brown. You put those 2 in celebrity boxing.
Man,
oh, my God.
Tom Sizemore's a badass. I don't care what
Didn't
you
he
say.
marry somebody that was like
A badass.
17?
No, I think that's the other guy you're thinking of. But Tom Sizemore, he doesn't put up with any crap, man.
Yeah, but golly, he's just friggin' a crackhead. Did you ever see him do his? Because I watch a lot of the celebrity rehab stuff, and he had his own show where he was trying to stay clean, but they show him like firing up a friggin' crack rock, dude. I mean, just holy cow, this dude. He's a loose cannon.
Crazy.
I love it.
I love him as an actor when he's straight. I mean, you know, he did great in Black Hawk Down and several other movies that he was awesome in, but holy cow, the dude is just one crack rock away from cracking up. Now, here's our exclusive on the hookup.
Bailey.
Miss California.
Yeah. This girl, look.
Wow.
So here's her little posing in her outfit. There's her bikini picture. And then look at the last one where she's got her club hair fixed up and she's got her butt all poked out. She's a hooker.
She's a hooer.
I mean, come on, people.
Hooer.
And of course, I'm trying to find the video of her where she's speaking live about, you know, what actually happened.
Yeah, there's the one where she's got like a little. There it is, top right. Top right. Keep going, right there to the right. Chris Brown alleged victim.
That's the one we just clicked on, and it didn't have anything. It didn't have any.
The video? Oh
Yeah.
my God! I was just looking at that video.
Yeah, I was too. It's on. It's over there.
It's everywhere. It's over here. It's over
Keep
there.
going down. See it right there where it says Chris Brown alleged victim.
That's the one we've clicked on twice. Where have you been?
Well,
We just clicked on it twice. That's the one we just clicked back from.
Here, Derek. Darn,
So
Derek.
anyhow, what else do we got going on?
Nothing. That was it. That's all I had. Those
So you were just eat up with wanting to talk about this Chris Brown stuff. Does it really fascinate you?
I hate Chris Brown.
You hate him, or you hate celebrities who act like him?
I hate celebrities, and I hate the NFL. I'm boycotting all music.
I think everybody at this point, even the NFL people, should boycott the NFL.
That's actually funny.
No, but I mean, seriously, other players, like the guy who got slammed for being a Christian, all these cats should stand up and say, you know what? If he's going to sit down, then we're standing up.
Okay, you want to hear
no
something
more
funny?
sitting on the bench. We're standers.
You want to hear something funny?
What?
You want to hear something funny? You want to hear something funny? Remember the guy from Dallas I told you that said he was going to sit down too?
Yes.
Well, he came on TV yesterday and said, "Hey, that was a misunderstanding. I never said that."
Oh, yeah.
He's not doing
one of
that.
his coaches or somebody walked up to him and said, you try to sit down. You're going to be sitting at home in a lazy boy.
I'm willing to bet that it was probably his manager. Said, yeah, we don't need that kind of attention.
I don't know what team he plays for because I can't see his jersey and it doesn't say, but there's a Rodney Harrison just issued a statement on Twitter saying, I apologize to anyone that I offended. Wasn't meant to be hurtful to anyone. God bless. However, we spoke with him on the phone and he didn't back down, essentially saying the comments he made on the radio show were his real feelings and he stood by them. He said on this radio show that Colin Kaepernick is not a true black man because he's mixed race.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, do you see that knucklehead what he wore at the TV thing yesterday? He was wearing a Castro and a Malcolm X t-shirt.
Oh God, he wore a Malcolm X hat the other day.
Yeah, so he's wearing a shirt about people that oppress other people.
Well, he says he cannot understand what I face and what other black men and black people face on a every single day basis.
Yeah.
And these are coming from guys that are making millions.
Yeah.
Who have no clue what it's like. I mean, back in the day, they might have seen some poverty, but they can't say since they've been playing ball that they can even relate to a poor black folk. No, he can't even relate to a poor black person. He just can't. Let me ride up in my Bentley.
It's Rodney Harrison, former Patriots star, football player.
Former.
Oh yeah. Swan, Lynn Swan. He came out. He was talking about it. Jerry Rice was talking about it. They're all trying to get a minute of fame off of it too.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Okay, for some reason I can't bring that up. So let me go here. Let me send it to myself, and then I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, man. There's just no video footage of that woman talking. Man, it was everywhere yesterday.
So
I was watching on demand. So
on demand.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you were watching on demand, what was you watching?
French toast.
Any Dreadful?
Because
Mike wouldn't shut up about it. So
does it suck you in? I'm telling you, after the first season, you are sucked in.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm on the second season now.
And I'm hoping that the way they ended the show, I'm hoping because they're calling it chapters. So I'm hoping the show's not really over, that it's a chapter and they bring it back as another chapter. I mean, that American Horror Story, which I can't stand, I've only tried to watch once. It's kind of screwed up like that.
Now,
I like American Horror Story.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
I sent you one of Copernicus' new endorsements.
Copernicus?
I couldn't send it to Just for Fun, so I sent it directly to yours.
That's fine.
So.
But talking about sorry, Mike, talking about the American Horror Story, the first 2 seasons was pretty okay, but the one that had Lady Gaga on it, I thought was the stupidest.
Well, as soon as they start trying to make all these other storylines, it's like, just make a show.
Well, what I didn't
and stop jumping it around and trying to make it 5 different. I come on.
What I didn't get was she was a vampire, but she didn't have fangs. And
I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even get that part. I didn't even get that far.
What do you call a vampire without fangs?
Yeah, she had
a sucker.
She wore
a hooker.
She wore a thing on her thumb that had a blade on it. and she would use it and cut their neck and then suck their
Dang.
blood. It was
Girl, come
stupid.
at me with a thumb. We fighting.
Well,
I'm just telling you right now.
you're gonna be like, spit on that thing, please.
I lost my virginity to it.
Ew, gross.
Oh.
Well, the last 24 hours has just been funny when you look at this, sneezing, whatever his last name, Copernicus is.
Sneezing.
Bless you. I see him right here. He's on the cover of Massengill now. But that's his largest endorsement right now.
People are now saying, this is how bad it's gotten. When he's on or anything else like that, and people are commentating, this is what they're starting to say. He is a misguided young man and he needs help. So he's about to fade away.
Well, they've already said he's more famous now for the guy that sat down than any football crap he's ever done.
It's you know what?
And
now
listen,
they're just gonna discredit him.
I've seen tons of videos by black men who are calling him basically every word you can think. You're a wussy. You're sorry. You don't know nothing about poverty. You don't even know nothing about black folks being oppressed. You've been raised by white people. I mean, it's just amazing.
Now
he has shunned himself.
Now you guys know his girl, right?
I don't know.
Well,
What hooker is she? I don't know his girl.
Well, I don't know what she looks like, but yeah, she's an advocate for Black Lives Matter.
Right. She
like, was.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now check this out. His girlfriend is a DJ. Okay. And I want you to now you got to remember now, she is the one that's pushing the whole Muslim marriage and the obviously the change in religious status.
I don't get what Muslim marriage. What is that pushing? What?
Yeah, well, a Muslim marriage is a pretty important deal, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that have to take place for that to occur.
Well, what I'm saying is this, Mr. Mike.
Yes,
she's
sir.
pushing Muslim marriage.
Right.
Explain what that is. What is it she's pushing? What are you talking about? There's a story apparently behind it.
Well, yeah, she's a.
Yeah.
I was trying to get my thoughts together there. Okay, so they met. She is obviously Muslim, and she's got him to convert. Okay, now that he is converted, now they want to get married. Well, there's certain things like, remember, you guys don't know this, but this guy's got tattoos, Christian tattoos all over his body.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Ooh.
He's got stuff like Psalms and actual verses. He's also got sayings. Now, whenever a verse, it makes reference to God. It can be converted in Islam to Allah. Okay, so you can't fight there. But when it says John's 3:16, I don't know the exact ones. Danny read them off for me Monday night. Okay, so that led me to believe, okay, can we bring up the woman? Now, she is a DJ at some station, and I can look it up more, but just for quickness, that's her. Now, does that look like any Muslim? She's got tattoos all over her body.
No, I would never realize. Where's her raghead?
Yeah,
and her thing that covers. Look, hey, isn't she supposed to be covering her head? I mean, because I'm looking at a pretty much naked body.
Right.
Yeah, she's in a bikini.
She's in a string bikini.
Yeah, that's not Muslim to me. That's not what we've been led to believe Muslim women dress like.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to show you one that's going to just confuse you altogether.
She's a Hooter girl.
She's working Hooters.
I saw that picture. Somebody was sharing
that's
a
where
Hooter
they first
picture.
met, apparently. And that's a long time ago in a galaxy far. Look how young he looks. He looks so much younger than he does now.
And look at his smile. He just looks like a normal, nice guy at that point.
Can you imagine? Now, and you should see the way she dresses. She dresses with the pants down and the underwear showing and all that other stuff. And like a
she's
ripped
supposed to be
top.
a devout Muslim.
Hey.
She was obviously devout enough, one, to convert someone, which is a big deal. Two,
dude,
Black Lives
I've seen you convert several women to lesbians, but that don't mean you dress like one.
I kind of do.
Are you sure that's her?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. When you see the other picture of her, she's got her hair pulled back. She almost looks like a black woman.
Almost.
Yeah.
I love the way he
Yeah,
says
because
that.
she looks
Well,
mixed.
she looks like a jet black hair and everything.
I know it's funny the way you said it. She looks
now-
almost like a black woman. Well,
now-
I thought she was. I mean,
Well, now
yeah,
get
yeah,
this is the
yeah,
part that's
yeah.
confusing. Black
Yeah.
Lives Matters and Muslim.
How does
There's going to be some extremely difficult bridges to cross. Let's just say that.
you think?
Because obviously I can see the advantages to being a man in the Muslim religion as far as your wedding and your marriage. After you have sex with your wife, you can have sex with everybody else. But Black Lives Matters, because women are pretty much empowered in Black Lives Matters, unless I'm wrong. Somebody please correct me.
So he's becoming another radical Islam American hater. Mike might want to blame her, but he went willingly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy is the
Well,
monkey
I
in the
mean, look,
ranch. He's the fly in the
if
ointment.
he believes that she has the golden hoo-ha, he's gonna do whatever she says. You know,
Absolutely.
it's just
absolutely.
that's what the power of
Now, how does
that thing has sometimes.
Oh yeah, men have went to war. I mean,
I mean, hello, not just men, but
wow.
I mean, countries have
No.
gone to war over a
Napoleon.
vagina.
Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte. That was Marie Antoinette was the reason why Napoleon went to war constantly to
See?
prove himself.
And his name was Bonaparte.
Yeah.
And he went to war over vagina, Stephanie.
Yeah.
That's like your two cousins fighting over the mashed tater at the family reunion. Well, let's go to a commercial, everybody. We'll be right back. It's just for fun in the morning.
Any air down here? Is it broken? You just don't like using it? What?
I think you're fat
Fucking
and
cheap
you're
bastard.
menopausing. The air's on.
Fucking cheap bastard.
It could be those 2 cans of Monster that you shoved down.
I
Could
haven't
be
even
high blood pressure.
cracked open.
Could be that blue pill you took this morning.
I don't take them in the morning, doo-doo head. That'd be a waste. You're walking around with an erection till lunch. So our buddy, I was talking to Steph, Ahmed over at the Valero. His band there, GADI. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I got his. I was screwing with him. I was like, give me a demo tape or something. And he's like, "You're not going to believe I need to go to a radio station." Come on, man. I'll start my show with that stuff. But he's got like a rapper in there too, doesn't he? He's got like a rapper on the poster. So I'm, if anything, I'm interested to hear what it sounds like. It might be good.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what it.
I mean, if it's decent, then give the guy his props. He's pretty cool to me.
Everybody that works there is pretty cool.
Been going in that store for like George Torres in there. Got him to come to work for me down in stock. Freaking 100,000. Oh, I can't Uber. Y'all are supposed to say, why am I military? Why can't you Uber?
Mike, why?
My car, if your car's older than 2005 now.
That's what the dude said.
Did he really? I didn't know. No, they came back and they told me so. But you know what I can do?
What year is it though? Is it
2001. And it's in great shape. So they said you could try to, I did, but I did not realize. No, I like that truck. It's sexy. Now, here's the other thing is they're coming out with a delivery service.
Oh, by the way, that woman.
I'm sorry.
Got the text Saturday while I was fasting, and
No, it's cool. I mean, we talked
figured,
about it. And
I figured if you didn't hear about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that price was okay, right? I didn't want to embarrass anybody. I mean, I thought, if anything, it's just me. I was going to force Dino to ride with me. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. So get this on the home front there. Some of the paperwork that he said he turned in that the teacher said he didn't turn in, he did turn in. Teacher lied. Now we got to meet with the doctor up there who runs the damn show, and apparently, I'm thinking the teacher's done this before. You to kind of. That was disgusting. But it'll make me feel better. I ran out of my anti-inflammatory. Hey, can I ask you a question? It's a technical question. Can I plug this tablet up where the phone is and do like little sound bites? Okay, cool. Thank you.
How do you think?
I wasn't sure. That's why I asked. Don't make me feel bad because I didn't know. Don't belittle me. Don't make me be. Don't
Dude, I
see.
could never.
You're doing that.
You could
to
never
make yourself.
belittle. And secondly,
You suck. Oh man, I had a whole other thing I was going with. Threw me a damn curveball, you bastard. Expecting the fastball, and I got the knuckler.
The other point I was going to make.
Oh God, you ever take those damn goody powders and you don't get them all rinsed down and you get grit all on your teeth? Yummy. Okay, her name is Nessa. DJ Nessa. Nessa. What's the thing about chicks showing their nipples now? Man. I guess once people accept it, it's good to go. Y'all hear about flights to Cuba now? 400 flights a week to Cuba. The gym boys down at Quantico are happy. Or not Quantico, excuse me, Gitmo. Holy crap, this chick was on MTV Girl Code. Nessa, yeah. Now they're calling her a TV radio host, Nessa. Get the fuck out of there. This is cool, man. Doing some investigative reporting here.
Hey, try that more often. Can you imagine?
Easy. I get blamed for not doing anything, so I'm not going to do anything.
Just say it.
Oh, Jesus. Ran into. See, look, she looks black.
And we're back.
She's a lot bigger in that picture than she was.
Mike's sitting here going, I'm doing some investigating report. And I said, can you imagine if you did that every day? If you did some fact checking, we would have a great radio station.
Why? All you're going to do is take credit for it and say, I don't do nothing. So.
And then Mike's like, I don't appreciate you trying to belittle me. Well, Mike, there's nothing about you that could ever be little. Well, there is one that we know of. One little bitty problem.
I purposely did say that. I love that little uncomfortable quiet.
That one little bitty inchworm of a problem.
Okay, so get this, right?
And he giggles and says, get this. That's what he tried to tell that girl, and she went, is it there yet?
I was about to say.
When are you going to start?
What do you mean start? I'm done.
Was that at a Black Lives Matter?
What are you talking about? His penis?
You just said
that
morality.
picture.
You just said a Black Lives morality.
Oh, so now we're going back to the picture.
Yeah, we're trying to stay on story, boss.
Well,
we're trying to paint a picture. Don't make me cantaloupe.
Dude, you painting a picture is like watching Stevie Wonder drive to the all-you-can-eat drive-through window.
Hey, that would be impressive, though. You got to admit.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so go back to what story you actually was trying.
Okay, well, first of all, the first pictures that were coming out about this chick, a day or so ago, she was hot. She was thin. She was a Hooters girl. She was all these things, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Light skin.
yeah, now they're announcing her or writing it as that. Get this. Now they're calling her, and now this is the big lead, the NFL website, over the TV/radio hostess, Nessa. So she's got a big title now, and the chick's put on like 100 pounds, man. I'm sorry. But
it didn't even look like the same woman.
oh, it's her though. If you look at the face,
Oh, I mean, I'm
yeah.
saying it just
And-
the difference because she looks. I
You
don't
know,
know, maybe photoshopped.
you know what's going to happen?
How many people on Facebook really look like their profile picture? Come
Yeah.
on. I just posted one of them things this morning. Like, come on.
I know somebody that every time she posts a picture, she
Photoshop,
she
everything.
photoshops
Like,
it.
we know a girl that when she posts her pictures on Facebook, she looks like she could be Indian as far as her skin color.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And she looks like she could be Cuban or Spanish because of the tone color of her
Yeah.
skin. When you see her, that ain't the same chick.
Now, is it?
It blew my mind the first time I walked past her because I didn't even recognize her.
Is it? Is it a filter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Okay,
these girls are
okay.
using all the filters
The
now.
Snapchat.
Shoot,
filters?
there's stuff.
Watch,
that-
I want you to see this picture. Just because I keep passing it on Instagram is what makes me bring it up. But I want you to see this picture. And one, this one right here. You want to talk about some Photoshops? Look at that. Okay, so there's Photoshop at its finest. Wait till you see this now. Dun, 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 dun. I need to go to mobile
If
uploads.
you Photoshop your own pictures, that is so lame.
yeah,
All right,
there's
let me
a-
go to the Instagram pictures from
Oh,
her
There's
page.
an app that you can actually get in your Google Play Store where
Uh-huh.
you can put makeup on yourself.
Okay, now watch. Okay, wait.
Wow, really?
So look. Do you notice the skin?
Mhm.
How smooth can that possibly be? If you're sitting in a hunched over position, there's going to be skin lines. There's nothing you can do about it because
Mhm.
your skin, when you're standing up, your skin may be straight, but when you are bending over, you're going to have folds. There's nothing that's called your skin.
Mhm.
Same thing in this area.
Mhm.
There's no
Mhm.
lines.
Mm-mm.
And then forehead,
Wow.
Mhm.
and then around the mouth.
Mhm.
That's Photoshop. What it is these chicks have this Photoshop where they can take their finger on the picture
Mhm.
and touch it and tap
Smoothing.
it with their finger, and it smooths out everything.
She looks like
Mhm.
she has a hump on her head anyways. Do y'all see it?
Well, that's
right
just,
there.
but that's
Well-
just the way but that's from the Photoshopping.
Yeah,
She
that's
does
what I'm
have kind of
saying.
a big forehead, though.
No, she doesn't. It's not like that. Don't
Ah!
make it out like that. We're not trying to dog anybody, but look, you see the real lines?
Yeah.
All right. Now you see the real lines. And then do you see those lines now?
Oh yeah.
Photoshop at its
And
finest.
she doesn't have a bump
Look
on
at
her
the
forehead.
chin. That's
Mhm.
what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And hey, there's another one that does it worse than anybody. Watch this. We are not going to give out these people's names
No.
because it will just make us look like D nuggets.
Well,
even
you,
though-
not us.
Even though we are, is that how to spell her name?
Redneckstep and I we're just following your lead.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
This
my
girl
God.
right here
my
is
God.
the queen
Yeah.
of Photoshop. Look at that.
If she smoothed it out anymore, you wouldn't be able to see her nose.
And see, the reason you can, in this one too, the reason you can tell the
looks
Photoshop's been
fake.
done is because all
Oh,
the
wow,
the
man.
color, the skin color, the
Yeah.
skin color changes when they do
Yeah.
Photoshop, and people don't realize that.
I bet you those pictures with some other guys hurting somebody I know.
Yep.
So anyways, that's not the subject we're on. But I just die laughing. At what point do people say, okay, this is really me? Hello, how about the picture of me? I think Mike took it where what's my profile picture? Let's go to my profile picture. People, let's make a challenge. I said today, is your profile picture really a representation of you? And is this picture not a complete representation of me?
Yeah. I can't get yeah.
Yeah,
You got that whole pear-shaped thing going.
I'm
Those
telling you.
stupid
With sunglasses, right?
that everybody
Everybody
hates.
hates.
Your wife
But-
and I are always going, take those things off.
But well, my new ones are on order. I'm just waiting on them right now.
And-
But
and-
let's look at facts. How many people have real? Let's stay with the word real representation of their of them.
I've never photoshopped anything I've ever done.
I mean, listen here. Well, I don't want you to name this guy right now, but his profile picture is
Wow.
representation of him.
He looked like a
And-
woman in that one.
I can honestly say Jeff Matthias needs photoshopping, but that picture is like the cover picture. That is a real picture
Yeah.
of Jeff and Bree.
Yeah.
And hey, that's at my house too. So,
And you know what confuses me is why did she marry him?
well, you know,
A weak moment, something. I don't get it. She's
Joe
so sweet.
Leeper, that profile picture is a complete representation of Joe Leeper. Is it not? The only thing missing on this picture is his phone's not turned on where you can see the Just for Fun app. But apparently he's in the Badlands riding his motorcycle.
do you have
great-
just a picture of him?
Great
Not-
representation of Joe Leeper. Yeah, there's Joe
Okay.
Leeper again.
I mean, look
And
at
that's
that.
at one of the
What-
charity rides we were doing.
I mean,
Great
that-
representation of who he really is.
That's the guy that breaks in your house late at night.
Look,
at him.
no Photoshop.
That's a great picture. I've never seen that with a baby.
So
I love his dang hat.
I'm just saying, these people with these fake pictures.
Yeah, he's photogenic. He's photogenic
Look,
as hell. I ain't
like
lied to
this,
you.
this profile picture right here. It's a black and white picture.
Yeah,
Has no contrast.
yeah, that's him.
It's actually the back of his head. I don't know if that's a
It's-
gel picture.
No, that's. I mean, that's him.
Is that really him?
That's real. No, but that.
We're
dude-
only teasing.
Listen.
don't get your panties in a wad.
I'm perfectly okay in my heterosexuality, but the guy that you were just showing there, that real one, he is extremely photogenic.
Now here's Henry. Henry's picture's pulling up. It's of him and his wife. Now Henry might need some photoshopping, but that's really him, just for fun.
Good morning. What's happening, guys?
What's happening with you?
Chew.
Well, you can still say
Hello.
guys. It's three of us.
Okay, guys.
Jesus
Well, I was
Christ.
saying girl to Mike.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh,
That's like
thanks.
it's like the guy at Lowe's saying nice ass, and I said, dude, I can't believe you're saying that. My wife, man. He's like, no, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
You know what I do?
you
when
want to
they
talk
say,
about a creepy feeling?
you know, nice ass. I always turn around and go, I work out.
Yeah. Now there's my baby. There's no Photoshop on that baby. She's
No.
adorable all by herself. Look at that.
Monday, she was so
She
cute.
is.
Look at that.
Look at that face. She Monday night during the show, she came down or right before it, and I looked at her. I had some pizza and some cheese sticks. I go, you want some cheese sticks?
My
And she
wife-
was like, "Ugh." She pulled that Patsy
Oh, yeah.
out.
And my wife is photoing the fact that they're standing there with the air conditioner on and my front door open. And I now have proof in case murder takes place today.
Yeah.
So
that-
Henry goes, ha ha ha, you're so funny. Jeff Matthias, before he called, typed F you to Mike.
what did I do?
What does it say?
Well, it says
What is-
both, but I wasn't going to rat anybody out.
What did I do?
So Eddie Simpson, now look, Eddie's profile
Both you mofos
picture's
talking
true.
about me needing- Both y'all mofos talking about me needing to be photoshopped.
You do need
Yeah,
to be
but we're
photoshopped.
saying that you at least didn't have a Photoshop.
Mm. You need to be photoshopped with a shotgun.
I think it's insane when I see a girl's profile picture.
How do you think I got Brittany to marry me? Was that shotgun?
Money.
Yeah.
You must.
Well, I
have
think it's
money.
insane when you see somebody's profile picture and it's not really them. Like this, no names to be mentioned, but this ain't realistic right here. I mean, come on, that's who the hell's gonna believe that's them?
Yeah, man.
You know, I keep seeing all these pictures and it's like, come on, people,
my let's just say my friend. when
be
she was-
real. That's
when
like
she
having a
was-
Plenty Fish account and you show the picture of you from high school and you haven't looked like that in 45 years.
My friend when she
Well, I
woke
couldn't
up,
put mine and
she had her like this. You know, when I was like, oh, an Owens Mills moment. You ever seen those
Yeah.
photos like this?
Or what was the other one they used to do? glamour shots.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
glamour shots, man.
Oh my God.
I did.
That's so
Hey,
terrible.
talk about glamour shots. You
hell,
see what's
I'll
going
shoot you
on
a
down
picture.
here?
No,
Rat.
I'm talking about pictures right now. We'll go to glamour shots conversation in a
Oh,
second.
man,
I want to try to stay on topic a little bit.
Uh,
So you're looking at some of these pictures, like I'm scrolling down, and I'm looking because some of these are just real. Some of my friends are just real people. They'll post whatever and doesn't matter. And then some pictures you go to look on, and you're like, "Come on, dude, that's not even you." And I can honestly say they're mostly females that have the glamour photoshopped crap.
the one you brought up before is a ex-wife of a friend of Stephanie's on.
I mean,
and-
unless you're a professional
and
model, you don't
she-
need that picture.
Yeah, but I'm serious. She smooths out the picture so much.
I'm telling you.
Now, how does
looks
she
like
post
Barbie.
it? Yeah, how does she post it and say that looks good? Because come on, even just common sense says you smoothed it out too much. Am I?
So Jeff Mathias, what's up with you today? I feel like this
Right.
conversation's getting.
I
petered a
thought we were
little
going
bit.
to keep talking about.
I know, but you start talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, Mike kind of.
We just didn't need you giving anything about who knows who. You know, people will start connect the dots here.
Well, I hope they do because I think she's a.
Well, I don't care what you think. We don't need connecting the dots and people get pissed at us.
She still is a.
Okay, shut up already. Jeff, what are you doing today?
She's always been a.
Oh hell, I was just.
Don't milk it!
Sir?
Originally, I was just laying in bed listening to y'all. Hey, I had my clothes on, at least the upper half.
Mm.
Well, that's very important to know. Thanks for painting that picture.
Well, I had covers on. It was hot, so.
So, I'm wasting my time with
Well,
this
enjoy the-
conversation. So,
And talking about glamour shots.
That's a very pretty woman right
What's
there.
that picture, Scott?
huh?
I just sent you a picture. You're talking about
Oh,
glamour
okay.
shots.
And see, here's another girl that does a lot of photoshopping. Look at the wrinkles on her forehead. They're gone. The little wrinkle that should be right there across her nose, gone. The wrinkles around her eyes, gone.
Crow feet or crow feet.
See, look, you see that? That's not so photoshopped, right? Look around her cheeks and
Yeah.
see where she did Photoshop between her eyebrows. Now look, when you go back to this picture, none of that's really there.
It's smoothed out.
Come on,
so
people.
much.
But this girl, look at that, how much Photoshop that is. I have seen this girl face to face, and I would not know this is the same chick.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, yeah. I can promise you would not realize this is the same
Well, I mean,
person.
she's a model.
No.
Oh, she should be.
Well, the pictures,
Yeah.
not in
Well,
person.
I mean, I've got a friend like that.
Not
too.
in person.
I mean,
Look at see that
oh,
one's
yeah,
not
that-
photoshopped.
yeah, that
Look at the
shows a
skin,
lot.
Stephanie.
Yeah, that shows a lot.
See the skin?
Yeah.
And then now look in this picture.
Yeah.
Where's that?
She has a beautiful
But
smile.
the thing is, you can tell it's fake. I
I
mean, it
know,
looks
it's-
fake.
Let me go to this picture Jeff's grossly sending because I'm sure it's
I
gonna be
think that's
bad.
a little too
No,
much
it's not
makeup
gross.
on that kid right there too. Look at that.
Hey,
That is just.
if
That's
you recognize it.
yeah.
Why do they do that to the little ones?
Henry said I had to Photoshop my wife in this picture though. So that goes to show the vein. Yes, it's a picture. Oh God, I remember this. Jeff's
Yeah.
younger brother, Brad, did glamour shots. Look at this picture. Is that
For the-
1989
yeah,
and
man.
90 or what?
But they're the time frame, man.
No, that's funny right there.
Hey, Scott,
Sir?
I'm going to show you another one here in a second.
Oh, so is this
So
like a
one's
little-
not enough.
Yeah, is this like y'all's personal time together?
No, we will be going to a commercial very soon here.
Good.
We'll need a
Yeah.
tension breaker in a few minutes anyways.
A friend of mine, she's done a lot of modeling and stuff, and now she decided to do a modeling page, and she's going to sell her photos. But now she's also doing jewelry, and it's like she's modeling her own jewelry. So if you're in her kind of realm, you just get too much of her,
Right.
you know. And so it's the same thing, just like you were saying. You know her, and when you talk to her, she's a beautiful girl. She has her hair pulled back. She's lovely. But then you see these photos of her modeling her own jewelry,
Right.
and
So-
it's just like peanut butter.
So how about this girl? I was bringing this girl up to say that I never see her Photoshop and that she's just a beautiful person. And it doesn't always, it's not always based on her pictures of hotness. It's just how she looks, right? But as I go to say that, look at this picture where she photoshopped so much you don't see the chin line. Do you see that?
Oh, wow.
And then look right there where her hair blends into the side of her forehead. So the one, and then look where the dog's mouth goes and her nose. The one person I was going to say, she never really photoshops. And then look, because typically she just does just random pics. But to know that as soon as you go to say, okay, I know one person that doesn't Photoshop, the first picture that pops up is nothing but Photoshop. So it's like, crap, man.
I don't. I thought about it.
So see, look, no Photoshop, and people find that nicer than all the Photoshop crap. To me, if you're so vain that every picture has to be Photoshopped, then it changes how people see you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Perceive you, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
buddy.
Photoshop.
I do. I Photoshop all the time.
You don't
So
like the
there's
way
the
I
actual
look, don't
photo.
look at my pictures.
My
I
wife
see it.
just puts this picture up and says, my profile actually isn't Photoshopped. It's just a great angle and lighting, but it was through Snapchat, and a lot of people are using the filters.
Right.
Yeah, but those are more funny filters than anything.
Come on now. Crystal is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, there's no
Show-
doubt about
show me
that.
No filters.
I got lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah, you did.
I won the
way-
lottery of love.
Yeah, you're way.
I
past
might be
lucky.
broke, but I'm rich in love.
Oh God, I'm gonna vomit.
What? Dude, you're the guy trying to kill me to try to get to what I got. I
might
found
need
the
to
pot of
discuss that after,
gold
yeah.
at the end of the rainbow, and you're now trying to steal my Lucky Charms.
Why are they always after me, Lucky Charms?
I figured out how to do that, Mike. So call me.
No,
You some bitches
You-
have figured out how you're going to kill me.
You said shut up, Mike, and mofo, Mike, and all that other stuff. So no, I don't like you no more, Matthias.
Cantaloupe.
Robitussin. Oh, I thought we were playing match game. Hey, have y'all seen the storm down in the Gulf of Mexico?
No, but we got to pee and go to commercial. So can we come back to the weather?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Mr. Matthias, let us boogie. Holla back.
Where'd that come from?
All right, bye.
Guys.
Oh, wow.
What come from?
Look, it's
We'll
like
talk about it in just a second. It's a tumor. It's the Mother Nature's tumor. Everybody give us a second. We'll be right back. It's Just Fun in the Morning.
Where'd that thing come from? Oh, my head hurts.
I gotta pee.
Gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee, pee, pee. Gotta pee, gotta pee. Pee. Jeez.
I've been holding it for 2 commercials.
Well, perhaps somebody needs to work on their pee-pee. What your lawyer needs. I'm gonna do some schoolwork when I get home today. Wow, it's purple. Purple's past red. Purple is bad, and it's
Did you read any of that stuff on our caller?
in. Still live, huh? Man, the way these winds came into the Gulf is a trip. It's swirling like that. Oh. Hey.
Boner for the weather. Well, keep your chubby to yourself for just a second. When we come back, you can talk about it.
Florida. The way Florida comes down, it looks like a dong.
This dude's like, I gotta talk about the weather. I gotta talk about the weather.
No, I'm not gonna talk about it. So there. Yeah. Where did the storm? And there's another one out on. There's in the Pacific. Watch this thing. One of the David Attenborough specials on Antarctica and Arctica last night. Wow, man, that stuff is awesome. Do you know that there are no penguins?
Penguins
In Arctica in the north?
would.
Penguins are only in Antarctica in the south. Penguins are the bomb, man. Penguins are funny as hell. Dude, I could do a whole 5-hour show on nothing but penguins. They are freaking hilarious. Funny. Dude, they gather rocks, to make their little beds. And there's a couple of them that just steal the other guy's rocks. And they freaking are hilarious, man. Funny stuff. All right, where the hell with y'all then? Y'all talk about something stupid. I hope y'all talk about
We'll come back to the weather.
I hope y'all talk about
But
Chris
between
Brown.
you and Jacob, y'all are like on it today. Y'all both been emailing
I
and
hope
mailing and
y'all-
posting, and
You know what? Y'all talk about Chris Brown.
when it was dying to talk about Chris Brown, don't turn that on me.
Hey, why y'all think I'm a criminal? How come that's not coming out anymore? That was all over the news yesterday, and now you can't find a word of it. Mainstream media. I hate mainstream media. I hate rap stars, and I hate KN West, and I hate NFL. Come on, man, make a list. No, not everything. Puppies. Say Trump's going to Mexico, going down to Mexico to meet with the president. Now, the president of Mexico is the guy that called Trump Hitler. What will you talk about then?
Everybody should be watching YouTube. There may be murder. There may be some murder in this joint in about an hour.
Murder.
I mean,
on the
that's
Orient
if
Express.
that's if I can wait an hour, because right now I want to kill him.
Why?
And I don't mean that literally, strictly, figuratively, unless Mike leans over here for me to cut his throat. So, Mike,
Wow.
Hey, what do you want to talk about?
I really want you to talk about what we were just talking about. First, I want you to go ahead and
Talk about Trump.
premature
Okay,
ejaculate on the fact of the weather.
Scotty, you can't say that.
It's 8:33,
Let's talk.
and
Let's talk
then
about Trump.
then you can talk about Trump, because
Oh
you
my
are
God.
having like spasms over here to
Wait a
talk
minute.
about the damn weather.
Wait a minute. It's only 8:33.
Yep.
Oh my God, kill me now. Okay, so Donald Trump will travel to Mexico City on Wednesday. That's
I
today.
thought we were talking about the weather.
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty, you are horrible.
It's her birthday too.
She says no Photoshop here. And wait
It's
till
her
you see this
birthday.
picture.
It's her birthday.
Look at this picture.
I wanted to call.
That's
I wanted
funny.
to call.
No Photoshop here. I'm gonna post that on the Just for Fun page.
Yeah, that'll get some dislikes.
Oh my God,
Sure
Jeff
will.
Matthias and Buddha, Brett. Oh my God, we are in
Dusty,
trouble.
if you're listening,
Thank
happy
you very much.
birthday.
That is
Yeah, happy
absolutely
birthday.
Happy
hilarious.
birthday. And I was hoping you weren't listening so we could
Prank you, yeah,
She
you,
listens every day.
yeah.
I
You
think.
knew we weren't gonna get away with that.
I know. It still would have been fun. Should try.
So, hold on one second. My challenge today is for everybody to use a unphotoshopped profile picture.
Mine's
So-
an American flag. Why would I Photoshop an American flag? That's just weird.
Mine's not photoshopped.
I don't Photoshop. Why would you Photoshop your own picture? I mean,
Well,
dude, that one you showed, the chick didn't even have a chin. She had smoothed out her chin. Her lips went to her neck.
that's what I was saying is
Crazy.
I've never seen her do that. And I was actually clicking on her page to brag about the fact that
she
I've
did.
never seen her do that. And dang it, the second I was gonna say, okay, here's and she's an artist who does paintings all over the place. I've known her, worked with her at a other business for years. I've known her, and I was actually going to brag about her being such a simple, great artistic person. And then, don't you know, the damn profile picture is Photoshop.
Don't you just know? Don't you know?
So there you have it. So I
Right.
just shared the picture. Everybody go to the Just for Fun page and look at me, Jeff, Matthias, Buddha, and Brett's unphotoshopped picture brought to you by Dusty from the Social House. Okay, are you gonna talk about Trump?
Well, I thought you wanted me to talk about the weather.
Talk about the damn weather. Mike, just talk about two of the things that you were going to talk about. Stephanie, could you please get up, walk around that side of this desk, and slap the living out of him? I'm talking some Jackie Gleason kind of stuff like, Junior, remind me when we get home to walk over and punch your mama directly in her mouth.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That's violent. You have violence issues, don't you?
You're fixing to see some if you don't start talking.
Oh my God, Steph, did you hear that?
Where your mama wanted to beat you to shut you up, I'm trying to get you to actually say something worth a crap.
Steph, did you hear what he just said?
Hurry.
Yo, mama. Hey, Donald Trump is traveling to Mexico.
Yes, I'm trying to figure that out because they said that he's going to this big meeting in Mexico before he comes back and does a big speech about immigration. How does that make any sense?
I think it's a beautiful thing. Man.
Come on, let's hear it.
Okay, here's the funny part. The president of Mexico, this is the whole point I wanted to talk about it. The president of Mexico has compared Trump to Hitler and Mussolini, El Duce.
Okay.
All right, so now this guy is got to entertain the guy who says he's going to build a wall and make him pay for it.
Okay, so you're saying now the president has to entertain Donald Trump, the very guy that he's talked so much crap about.
Yeah.
So what is the reasoning for Trump going down there?
Oh, well, the immigration, obviously.
I kind of figured that much.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you there. It's,
why? Okay, so did Donald get an email saying, come on down here, we're going to have some brewskis?
No, I'm telling
Why is he going down
the
there?
Don thinks that he needs to go down there and establish relationships with them because he has every intention
Of cutting them off.
of making them pay for that wall. And the way he's going to do it, I think, is very clever. Currently, they owe us like $600 billion. And he's going to be like, we'll take off part of what you owe us.
Why do they owe us that much money?
Well, we let them borrow money from us.
I'm asking the question because, Mike, you talk to me like you're the only person talking to me, and I need you to talk into that microphone like there's thousands of people listening to you trying to figure out what you're talking about. So you're saying that we owe them money, and why do we owe them money?
They owe us money.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, they owe us money, and why do they owe us money?
Well, I mean, economic structure, financial structure within governments, they borrow money from each other. Now, like
so over the years, they've been desperate for money. We've been dumb enough to loan them money.
Do you remember NAFTA? It was the treaty that came with Ross Perot and all that other stuff, where we could start sending businesses down there, and they would basically get child labor and low cost labor, low interest rates.
Yes. Kathy Lee Gifford's purses.
Yeah. Same stuff. Well, now
I'll never get past that for some reason. I'm always hung on Kathy Lee Gifford and the purses
because she sat there on TV and complained about it, and then they showed her,
and they were being
it.
sold all over Walmarts across the entire world, and children were putting them together.
Yeah, and the thing, she's sitting there whining and crying. She boo-hooed
about her money. Yes,
about her money and about child labor and all that other stuff. And then they turn around and show videos of her touring the plants.
Yep.
It's just like Hillary Clinton. The war and this and all that. You're the one who voted for this stuff, chick. It's a terrible thing. Now the Benghazi families,
Hey, money to Mexico,
no,
sir.
I was just saying you. That's what Governor.
I know, but we totally losing it there, squirrel.
ADD.
So
at its finest.
You're saying, because I'm trying to get a real story going here. So you're saying that we've loaned them money.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's finding a reason to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
For some odd reason, And he thinks he's going to convince the guys that you owe us money, so you build the wall and we'll knock some percentages off what you owe us.
Yes. Now, I don't know that that's going to be the 100 top topic, because obviously Trump is really big about stopping
From a
the
reliable
drugs.
news source, he's going to Mexico to campaign for votes, since that's where a lot of our blue-collar voters are.
Okay, really? That's what he's doing?
That actually sounded reasonable, because what you said's not come out worth a crap, and I'm so lost. So
well, that was easy. So basically, he's got.
Hey, Alex, if you know any facts about this, please call us.
He's stopping. He wants to really stop the drugs that are coming into the country. He wants to stop the illegal immigration. But I imagine, too, that he wants to talk to the president, Nito, about getting back the illegals that are in this country now, because there is that issue. They keep using the number 11 million, but nobody knows for sure. He wants to send a lot of those people back to their countries. Well, I think he's trying to establish relationships, or at least communications, with the president of Mexico to accept these people back.
Is the Mexican government gonna allow these people back?
I don't think
they can't. Well, I was fixing to say, and can they deny them if we send them back?
Man, they're from that country.
I'm tripping out about, and I don't want to change the subject, so let's not do that. But it's just like we're hearing about all the Syrians that were sent here, and we have nearly 300 in Georgia. If he's going to try to demand illegals from being here, are the refugees now considered illegal?
Well,
or do we just give them a free pass?
When you're a refugee, it's different, because you see that it's a different citizenship category.
I know, but I'm saying somebody needs to kind of define it, because I know when a boat, here's what makes no sense to me. So 75 people can be on a boat that only holds 20 from Haiti.
Banana boat.
And if we catch them before they touch land, we can demand the boat to turn around. And I mean, Coast Guard with guns can demand them to turn around, or we will shoot you. But we won't shoot them. And as long as we deter them, then they're refugees trying to enter our country illegally. But once that boat touches land, if once them people jump off the boat and touch land, as soon as the foot hits sand, they're now considered refugees, and we can't make them leave.
I don't know that that's exactly how it works.
I've just watched a couple CNN reports over the last 10 years, that they've showed little bitty reports about it. It's once they're here, they're screaming for citizenship and what's the other word? Not alliance, but they start screaming this word, and it's supposed to be a legal word that we have to allow them to stay.
Like parlay? I mean, you're talking about like
it's a word. I can't remember what it is now, but
political sign language.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to.
Well, here's the thing. The president of Mexico is down there running his mouth and everything else. I think Trump's really going down there just to go, hey, look, check this out. When I'm president, you're going to shut your mouth and you're going to do what I tell you to do.
So wait, when you say,
well, that's Military Mike's opinion, but think about it, man. What does Mexico have to offer here? Why are we afraid of Mexico? What are they going to do? And I think that's the way Trump is going to kind of run our country. Is Mexico, you're a big problem. You're like the hemorrhoid of our country.
What is he possibly running his mouth about? Because if you're going to say it, please actually say it like a story so we can understand what you're talking about.
Nito, the president of Mexico?
Yes.
Okay, well, he like I said, he said
because if I feel lost, every one of our listeners have got to be like going to get coffee enemas right now because they're so lost.
No, I don't believe that. But
how many listeners actually know what he's talking about? Please text me because I'm lost. What has he been running his mouth about?
Well, the guy is basically saying that they're not going to pay back their debt to our country. He's saying that Trump is like Hitler and is just going to seal off all the borders and everything else and then attack everybody else.
Well, we're not going to attack, but we may defend.
Yeah, well, so you see what I'm getting at is the guy does not like Trump, and Trump's given him every reason to be that way. Trump called him a bunch of drug dealers and rapists last summer.
You know, I watched several really cool shows, and people can call it fiction, but 90% of what's written is based on
Yeah, especially from down there.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been watching one about Queen of the South, about the cartels.
It's a good show.
Very, very good show.
Queen of the
Oh,
South.
God,
Queen
yeah,
of the
you-
South. Yeah,
you
it
need to
comes on
watch it.
Yeah,
USA.
I haven't.
Oh, you so need to watch that one.
Yeah.
Because they're exploiting the fact of the tunnels, how the cartel pays people at the border
Yeah.
to just let buses ride through without checking the buses. I mean, you know,
Well,
money talks, man.
yeah. Let me ask you this question just outright, listeners as well. Are illegal drugs destroying our country from within? That's all you got to do is answer that question right there.
Yeah, but you can't say that alone has done anything because
Well-
it's not that alone.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying.
It's
the
like
amount
when
of
it's
drugs
like
that
me
come
and my
through.
kid or say we'll say kids because I don't want to define one. So when I would have an argument with her and we would take the phone, it would be over. You're taking my phone because of this? No, I'm taking your phone because of this, this, and this. What you just did was just the icing on top of the cake, but you still put all that batter in that bowl and stirred it up way before we ever got to the icing part of it.
Mhm.
So I can't say cocaine or marijuana is destroying our country
Well, no,
because meth is not coming from Mexico. It's coming from a trailer park near you.
I
Or a friggin'
the-
white van that's touring around your neighborhood that says ice cream on the side of it.
the point I was trying to make was that you said they were paying people to come across with busloads of.
Well,
dope
they're
and stuff.
showing how the cartels, getting
Yeah.
drugs in here, and then they're showing how the transport guys are paying people to get people through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people are getting bribed, and what they're doing is they're saying, okay, you got these Mexican guys that are all poor
Mhm.
that are working the borders.
Mhm.
They'll take any bribes because they say how unlawful they are.
Mhm.
And then you find the one or two underpaid guys for us, and these cats are just trafficking stuff all through our countries.
Now, I saw something pretty interesting about that was
But there's
What the-
another show called The Bridge that was on FX, and it
Mhm.
hasn't come back on this season. But it's about the same thing. It's about the bridge, how they're trafficking stuff.
well, it was really weird. They were filling cars.
Watch Border
up.
Patrol. That's a good TV show.
Yeah, they were filling cars up with
reality show.
drugs. Okay, and then they pay a family to drive it across.
Right.
If they get caught, the family, they say, "Is this your car?" No, and it has documentation of being someone else's car. And they say, "Why are you driving it?" "Oh, a friend asked me to drive it across." So
Right.
I guess that reduces their crime.
Yeah, because they're unaware of what they're driving.
Right. So which in
It's
the
like a
United
taxi.
States-
It's a taxi cab. We talked about this before.
I did
If
that
a
a lot.
courier gets paid to deliver something, he doesn't know what's in the package.
Right.
His business is to travel it.
Yeah. So I just say that if we could stop the drugs coming in our country, sure, there's still a lot of people growing weed and there's still a lot of people making meth. But man, the cocaine and heroin issue, there is somebody
You would take away the cartel's money, but you're not going to stop drugs.
man, and it's going to cause
The human trafficking is strange all by itself.
and that's God, that is just.
But again, it
horrible.
kind of goes back to our borders.
Yeah, man.
You
And
know, if they're taking women from our country to other countries, then why and how are they leaving our country?
Yeah, how's that happening?
How's that happening? And if they're bringing in illegals, and I don't mean Mexicans crossing the border, I'm talking women at this point. They talk about how many, what is it at the docks? What are the people?
Piers or
They're border patrol, but what are they called?
Coast Guard,
No, that work the docks.
longshoremen. I don't know.
But they're not considered. They're part of border control, but they're not labeled border control. I'm just drawing a blank because I'm trying to talk so fast and move so fast. But
just-
these guys work down there on these docks,
Port Authority.
Port Authority,
Okay.
and they're
Okay.
supposed to be checking all these things. But they said it's so hard because they got thousands of crates that are 40 feet long, 8 feet
Yeah,
wide,
shipping container.
10 feet tall. Like we were in Savannah and counted 1, that came by and just quickly trying to do the math, we were like at 158.
Oh yeah, easy.
So unless you're walking around these crates with, say, K9s,
Yeah,
you're never going to be able to check every one of them crates.
right.
You got a manifest list, but you're not going to be able to check every one of
No.
them. You got to pray you got a K9 dog that's going to let you know
Yeah.
something's inside that crate.
And it's really tough because it is
U.S.
exposed
Customs.
to-
Thank you,
Okay,
Ravens.
yeah.
I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. That's
Now-
where I was going, but it was like, for
You
some
know,
reason.
all these shipping containers, when they get put on trucks, they have to go through.
Here, hold on. Brett says, and it doesn't matter how legal or illegal drugs are, they're destroying our country, which is true. Because how about this? Let me just point this out. You stop the cartel or anyone bringing in drugs because of a wall. Every trailer park near you will be cooking meth more because drug addicts are still going to want their drugs.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Crack, the people will figure out a way how to make crack without cocaine. People will be just stewing up some more meth anywhere they can. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in.
And
No,
then
absolutely.
Now, I do agree, though, stop the drugs from coming across the border because then you're going to destroy the cartel.
And okay, you know, they're using all the high tech stuff, the submarines.
They're using the same
drones, all
stuff
this
the military's using.
But it just seems to me like we could really put a dent in this by
Well,
putting up a wall. I mean,
you want to think so, you know? I'm
I-
not saying you. I'm not saying you can't.
yeah.
I'm just saying you want to believe.
I mean, I'm not talking about some 60-foot wall with a big T on it.
I am. No, not
But-
with a T.
yeah.
But maybe an S or a DJ. I could be okay with that.
I'm talking about these guys have all the tricks down there. They do. They got thermal. They got all that stuff. They just don't have manpower. And what they're trying to protect is huge. The border down there is just huge.
Watching Border Patrol, dude, is
It's depressing.
Yeah, it's.
I feel so bad for those guys. They go on shift at those gates and they work their ever-loving butts off.
I got U.S. Customs is also using X-rays.
Yeah, they use X-ray as a shipping, and they use sniffers for nuclear weapons, radiation. They use K9. We used an X-ray machine in Kabul. It's very tedious, though. It's a very slow process, and it's all based on the person that's trained to look at it. It's just like TSA. You guys trust TSA at the airport?
You see, I can't really answer that because I don't airport.
Okay.
See,
I don't trust the TSA.
Let me tell you
I think it's a
something.
joke.
And people can say whatever they want, but ever since early 90s, when a dude took a AK-47 into the food court at Perimeter Mall and he unloaded and just started killing people in Perimeter Mall, this is 1990. I don't do certain things. Like, to me, if you want to kill a bunch of white people, go to a Kenny Chesney concert. Do you see what I'm saying? I see it that way. The Centennial Olympic bombing, huge impact on my mind because I saw that potential and then it happened. You know, I'm not saying I predicted it. I saw the potential of it happening. So I don't like going to big gatherings. Like I went to Centennial Olympic Park one time on a Saturday with Emmy. First time I'd ever taken Emmy there. Last time I ever took Emmy there.
Really?
They had the Lion King people performing stuff on a big stage. It was really cool. I met a bunch of parents down there I knew that were kids. It was like all of us single people were like kids. But what I saw was a bunch of weirdos walking around looking at kids.
What Mill Street Music you were
I
out there?
saw that's Covington,
Hmm.
where I knew over 75% of the people
Did you
standing
notice
there.
I never left from around
But-
the bus?
But my problem is when you go to Lakewood, you always have to have that fear because to me, you could have snuck anything in that place.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah,
yeah.
we went to the 96 Paralympic games at the stadium, and that was after the bombing and everything, and I was a nervous wreck. I was looking at everything, and Travis was like, just calm down, it's okay, nothing, they're not gonna let nothing else happen. Like, well,
But
you don't
nobody,
know-
wait, nobody lets it happen. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
Exactly.
Well, except for Hillary, nobody lets it happen. Here's a comment from a listener. A wall will not stop but it will potentially hinder the advancements.
Well-
They need
Well-
more manpower and funding to screen our borders north, south, and abroad.
Yeah, and I saw where Donald Trump was talking about everybody has his whole illegals referendum, whatever, backwards, or he's wanting the people that are here, whether they're here illegal or legal, the Mexicans, or Hispanics, to pay
Or
taxes.
anyone. Well, okay.
And pay back taxes.
But see, this goes to fair tax.
But
Why can't people just see it? If you fair tax, then everybody that purchase anything, cigarettes, gas, Kool-Aid, Twix bar, Snicker bar, piece of bubble gum, a gallon of gas,
well, I say if
anything purchased.
I say if they're going to be here and be a part of this country, and they need to pay taxes.
But
If
I
they
also don't agree with all their free health care.
no, they're stealing
you're
from
paying for it.
us. They're stealing from us. That's the
You're
way I
paying
feel
for it.
about it.
I mean, we get on this topic every once in a while. I still say,
radio.
I still say that if you're here illegally, you're a criminal. I mean, it's
You are. And
it doesn't
especially-
sound nice, but
You know what gets me is when I hear about the IRS going after people here. Like the IRS going after people that have been here working their aces off for
Mhm.
years. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, do we not have an immigration IRS division that's not chasing? Like, I know before I quit doing electrical with this one company, I know that they had us white American guys and black American guys, English speakers, Americans, let's word it that way. We were considered superintendents for the electrical part of what we did because all the Mexicans were wiring it. That's the same time this law was passed saying that if you are caught hiring illegals, you'll be fined as a company. But I know for a fact that there was one semi-speaking English Mexican who was getting paid to run 17 to 25 to 30 men wiring these houses. So if this dude was getting paid and he was cashing a check and then giving all his people cash, then how was he cashing a check? And why was the IRS not going after him? Because he was getting, shoot, he was probably
Check
getting
cashing.
$8,000 to $12,000 a week.
you thinking check cashing like I am?
Yeah, I
no,
know he was going to check cashing. But
was-
why is the IRS not chasing these fools? Why are they coming after the hardworking United States citizens who try to abide by the rules, and they're not going after the ones they know for a fact isn't?
I know
Fair tax.
I know a company that has so many illegals that work for them that they take a check cashing trailer and set it up every Friday so they can get their checks cashed.
Man,
And they've been fined. Do you see what here? They've been fined.
Stephanie, yes. God dang,
And-
Miss Obvious. Shut up.
They've been fined several times, and there's so many Hispanic speaking people that work there. They wanted to teach the Americans Spanish so that
Okay.
they could communicate with their coworkers.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So
Well, let's shoot off the commercial. We'll be right back. I'm sure we got a guest we will be calling momentarily. Stephanie. Just saying.
why
Throwing
are
the,
you
ball,
putting this on me?
throwing the ball at you because you're the one that checks messages. He does. He can't even tell the story of why.
Yeah, and I'm
I
the one
still
that
don't know why
bombs.
Donald Trump's going to Mexico. I didn't get
Yeah.
a straight answer. We'll be right back. Everybody, it's just for fun in the morning. Hey. I know.
Eyeing stuff with your tongue. That's disgusting.
I have.
Oh,
Meet me at the Waffle House. It's going down. I've hurt someone.
Sniffed so much bleach? We going live?
Yeah, before you told it. Yeah, they're using. So a little pissed at this point. I'll call you. I'll fill you in a little bit more. All right, bye.
Bum, bum.
Hi, Stephanie. How you doing?
You're crazy.
Look at Buttercup. Look at Buttercup. Look at Buttercup.
Yeah, Buttercup about got her butt handed to her last night.
Yeah, well, I would have beat that dog a long time ago.
Hey,
Aw, what happened?
don't do that.
That ragged ass dog. I
What'd she
mean,
do?
She is not a ragged ass dog.
why'd you almost beat her?
She went after the cat.
Cool. Good dog.
No, not good dog. Not when the cat's like, I don't know.
Cats in the cradle?
as big as
With a
my
silver
monitor.
spoon.
It's a little bitty kitty cat.
Jumped over
She's a
the
little
moon.
mini kitty.
With a man in the moon.
Okay, so where was the cat?
On the back porch.
Where was the dog?
On the back porch.
Heck yeah. Sounds like a fight to me.
Sharks and
No.
minnows, baby.
No.
Shark Week.
Anybody see that video I shared about the little Mexican guy swimming and the shark jumps up and grabs him? And I said, I never said the video was real. I
Right.
said, I've watched this video multiple times trying to see if this is real. And this is why I don't swim in the ocean. So everybody starts, this is from a movie. It's fake. But the point was, this is why I don't go swimming in the ocean. You go type into YouTube the 10 craziest things ever caught on a GoPro. The one, I think it's the first or one of the very first ones, is a dude on a cliff who jumps off a cliff, and he's like with his friends, and he jumps over this rail and he goes, all right, everybody watch. And he jumps in the ocean. He's got the GoPro. He jumps in the ocean, right? So he jumps in the ocean, and as he's in the air, you hear people going, shark! He lands in the water and he comes back up and he's facing the cliff talking to his friends, right? And they're yelling, shark! Because he's like, woo! And his friends are yelling, shark. He goes underwater and looks back. And damn if there is not nearly a 20-foot great white, maybe 25 feet from him. He starts paddling as fast as he can to get to the rocks to climb out of the water. He looks back one time, the damn shark's coming a little towards him and starts to turn. This bastard's swimming as fast as he can. I'm telling you this. I just watched this thing where one of the leading colleges, universities was doing a thing about how deep the ocean is. And they show at this level, the Eiffel Tower could be upside down. At this level, the Empire State Building could be upside down. At this level, Mount Everest, which is supposed to be the largest, highest place on our planet, can be upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's places in the ocean.
Hello.
Yeah, there's places in the ocean that they still are
Well,
researching.
They've never been.
Yeah.
The deepest part is called the Mariana
Yes.
Straits.
They said
and
it's as
6 miles deep.
They said that right before you hit that, because they're going down. So right before you hit that level, they said is the lowest point of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, well, it's pretty amazing. The pressure.
It's something like 1,600 meters.
Yeah.
But
So-
I'm just using this as an example. These creatures called, I don't know, killer whales, great whites,
Oh,
they
so glad you brought
only
that up.
look for seals to eat.
and certain
and
types of
When
seals.
you're swimming, what do you resemble? Dumbass.
Yep. Hey, let me tell you something. Last night on that special I was watching, okay, this is really
It's
weird. you brought
fake.
it
It's
up.
from a movie. I don't care if it's from a movie. I'm telling you, that's why I don't go there.
So get this.
I don't have sex with prostitutes either, because you could probably catch, a disease, people. Be smart about this.
So these
Or they try to steal your
seals-
jewelry, Chris.
These seals get up on the ice, right? Little piece of ice, and the killer whales can't get to them. So what the killer whales do is they form together. They go straight at the ice, like 6 or 8 of them. They dip down
They
right in
teeter
front of
totter.
it,
Yeah.
and the wave
Mhm.
breaks the ice up or knocks
And
the
throws
seal
you off,
off
right.
it.
Mhm.
Man, these things are brilliant.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, we've been watching Naked and Afraid, where there's 21 people or whatever that was shoved on in Africa.
Is it a new season now?
It's actually the last one. Yes, it's over. You need to go watch it though. But it's
Okay.
called XL.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
where
I've
they
seen it.
send everybody.
Yeah,
well,
I've
this
seen
is
it.
but this is the second season.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay,
good,
so
good,
the
good.
point is, it's in Africa. Cheetahs, lions everywhere. elephants everywhere. And these people are just trying to sleep. And like this dude's walking and he heard just like this little noise now. I'm not joking. Just a little noise. And he just kind of starts looking around and he looks over his right shoulder, and above him is whatever the cheetah, leopard, whatever the hell it was, is in the tree 10 feet off the ground. The dude walks under this friggin' cat. Let's just word it that way. And the cat is in the friggin' tree. Do you know that these cats will go down, kill a gazelle, and pull it into the tree to let it rot a little bit before they eat it? They'll come back for it later.
Tenderize it.
You don't see lions climbing trees, but these cats do climb trees. So what they're doing is they're pulling their prey up there because they're just going to come back and get it later, like an alligator takes their prey and puts it under a stump or rocks or something. So my point is, you're walking around in Africa. Now, let's get it right. You're with a camera crew. One of them's got a gun. We are smart enough to know one of them's got a gun.
Yeah, I'm sure they have the
Whatever. Somebody's got something.
Yeah.
But my point is, I'm not going by myself, and I'm not walking around in Africa. I don't care what money you have. $10 million is worthless when you're sitting there being munched on by 3 mother lions. The female lions are the ones that go out and do the hunting.
Damn right, as it should be.
As your guts are getting ripped out, you got a bag of $1 million. What's the $1 million gonna do? You gonna hit the lion in the head with the bag?
Did they get paid on Naked?
No. Well,
It's the other one.
No, listen,
The other
they
one was
have to be paid something because of the union and all the other stuff. They probably get whatever just the actual base price is.
Really?
Just like the
Because
Bad
the
Girls Club.
Alone one on A&E.
Yeah, the winners
get
get
they
paid,
get $500,000 there.
Yeah.
So
Well, you were talking about oceans. Well, now you can't even swim in the lakes because there's alligators in the lake.
Well, and this ain't new. I mean, like, this is the first little alligator in Lanier, but they've already been pointing at all these other alligators that are just all around Roswell, where people have been feeding them for years.
The Georgia Department of Natural Resources are warning swimmers and boaters to be aware of an alligator that's been spotted in Lake Lanier over the past weeks. At least 2 fishermen and 1 boater have reported seeing the gator as recently as a few days ago. Jim Brown said that he was pulling back into his dock on the north end of the lake, opposite Don Carter State Park, when he saw it. He says at first he thought it was a large gar fish poking out of the water.
you guys know what a garfish is?
Yeah, it's an alligator fish.
Yeah. Basically, it's a long scavenger type fish. Has a head like a gator.
Yeah, it's a crazy looking fish. I looked a little closer and noticed the head, and so I got my cell phone out and started taking video of it. I just couldn't believe it. We were seeing a 2-foot-long alligator in Lake Lanier. It was just a few feet off my dock here as we were coming in. Gator sightings are very rare in Lake Lanier. I've been here in Gainesville for about 12 years, and this is the 3rd report on the lake that I guess I can recall, DNR Regional Supervisor Ken Riddleberger said.
Riddleberger. Why does this surprise people? Alligators are animals, correct?
Well,
Yeah, when you see them, is it any different than seeing a fish or a turtle? I mean, come on. They're going to go where the food's at.
Yeah, that's like armadillos.
a lot
I
of
had
people
never
freak out.
seen a armadillo until we went to Savannah.
Now, you're
And
talking about a
then-
live one or a dead one?
I'm talking
I
about a
see.
live one.
Okay.
Okay, and I see dead ones everywhere. I ain't never seen a live one.
Yeah, see, that's
Well,
what I was about
yeah.
to say. A lot of people
Oh,
have
we
never
had
seen
one
live
in our front yard. They dig
Cool.
holes.
Well,
looking
we
for-
know that. So come on. We're talking about live ones now. I know what they
Yeah.
do.
No, I'm just saying I didn't know. We kept noticing these big old holes in our yard, and we didn't know what was doing them. We thought maybe it was the dog doing them, and then lo and
Wait a minute.
behold,
You just said your front yard.
yes,
Your dogs are in your backyard.
dogs.
Okay.
Neighborhood
I'm just trying to
dogs.
make sense of your story.
How's that go?
Dogs, neighborhood dogs. But yeah, we didn't know what it was that was digging the holes, and then Travis went out to take the trash out, and lo and behold, if he didn't turn around, and there was an armadillo that started coming after him.
Well,
That's that
people
mullet.
have to realize their animals are still going to be animals.
But my point was, I had never seen an armadillo, period, until we went to Savannah. And then that just goes to show that, they migrated up this way. So yes, why can't an alligator migrate up this
Well,
way?
yeah, but alligators don't just migrate.
They got to be getting up here somehow.
They can't take a bus.
People, Stephanie.
No
People.
No gators allowed on buses.
But then,
Please
so the
take
people-
5
the
seconds to
people
think about
bring-
what's coming out of your mouth.
Well, let me finish. People bring them up here. Okay. So then they're going to mate
Aw.
and they're going to migrate up here.
You know the alligators lay
Things
eggs.
are just so simple with Stephanie. Isn't
They
it?
are.
Stephanie,
No.
people buy these things as pets. Then when they get larger, they just turn them loose.
Yeah.
People do that with snakes all day long. How do you think they keep finding pythons in areas that there should never be a python? They didn't migrate. Pythons are not from the United States, Stephanie. So
They came across the water. They swim. They were in the hurricanes and they got rerouted here.
human
Like the wrong
Snakes on a plane.
beings,
Snakes on a plane.
human
Yeah, that too.
beings are responsible for this. Just like for them to
But
now
they're
say,
gonna breed when they get up here and get 2 of them up here.
Stephanie,
They are.
of course they'll eventually breed. But how did they get here, Stephanie? They didn't take
They
the
don't know.
Florida, gator bus.
That's just silly.
I mean, come on, armadillos actually can walk. They actually can travel from
So you're saying
South
an
Georgia.
alligator can't
Please don't
walk?
be an idiot right now. Please don't be an idiot. Alligators have to have water, Stephanie.
There is water in Georgia.
No shit. What I'm trying to say, Stephanie, they had been swimming the creeks to get all the way up here.
They might have.
Please don't be that simple. And that's the only word I could, besides bless
God.
her heart, that's all I can say.
That was mean.
Armadillos have been slowly coming up over the years from South Georgia, slowly just moving up here because our temperatures are actually starting to be warmer than they've
Mhm.
ever been. And we weren't having as many cold snaps and cold spells in the winter. So yes, they have migrated up here. Alligators just ain't gonna migrate like that, Steph. Some human beings have got to be responsible for this.
You're not blaming me.
I've never heard
I've never
such-
bought an alligator a bus ticket.
I've never heard so much
And
stupidity.
you never picked up. It's not a stupidity. You don't know that.
A stupidity?
Yeah.
Is that like a button?
stupidity.
Stephanie, please, God. I
yes,
gotta- I gotta check this text message at this point.
Can
Okay.
I get 2 stupidity?
I got
Uh,
one that says, "I'm with you." They could migrate up
Stephanie,
here.
Stephanie. Have you ever heard of Sharknado?
Yeah, exactly. This is alligator NATO.
Gatornator.
She just said it says now there's Gator NATO
Gatornator.
and Python NATO.
All right.
Oh
No,
my
the
God.
pythons are in the hurricane, so it's pike.
Okay, here we go. Alligators just don't migrate to Lake Lanier. The tooth fairy brings the alligators and drops them off in the nest where they're hatched, holding hands.
Yeah, that's it. Man.
Human beings, Stephanie. Now listen, the reason that there's pythons and other foreign snakes in Louisiana and in the Florida area, bear with me.
Bear.
When all these animals are exported from one country and imported to this country, they have to sit in quarantine at the U.S. Customs place. Well, there's been 2 different hurricanes, actually now 3 because Florida's had 2, and then 1 in Louisiana, and not counting whatever this flood situation is. But what happened is a lot of the custom stuff got destroyed, and that's what set free a lot of these foreign reptiles into our areas, our wildlife. So to see a boa constrictor in Florida Everglades could be possible. To see a boa constrictor swimming around in Lake Lanier, not so possible unless a human being is responsible. Are you with me? You got it?
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me. I'm just
I'm
trying
not
to help
mad
you
at you. I'm
learn a
just-
little bit.
Oh, trust me, I learned a lot. I'm just saying it can happen.
No,
there can be two of them
no,
up here,
no,
and they
ga-
have babies.
Stephanie,
and they
you're being
migrated
ignorant.
here.
Yes, they can breed, but they didn't just fly up here. They're not
I
Pete's
didn't
dragon.
say they just flew up here.
Aww. An
I said
alligator with
people
wings.
can bring them up here, bring two.
Yes, but that's not the argument you were having.
Yes, it is, but you didn't listen.
We were
They could
listening, and
bring
we were
one
all
male
laughing
and
because
one female, and they can breed, and they have babies up here, and they migrated up here because they were brought here.
I'm gonna pimp slap you. Stephanie, take that piece of crap computer you got and look up the word migrate, because that's where you're screwed up. People brought them. That's not migrate.
And don't look it up wrong and look up mitigate.
It's like immigration.
Migrate, they did it on their own.
I heard Trump talk about the illegal alligators in our country.
Oh my God.
Next subject, please. I'm trying to bring this up. It says using hazard lights. In
So we're
rain
gonna
is
find
illegal.
saltwater crocs in my saltwater swimming pool, and
Yes.
somebody helped to bring them up here to migrate to my pool. I'm gonna have an Australian saltwater crocodile in my swimming pool, and they migrated from Australia. They swam across the ocean just to be in my saltwater swimming pool.
WSB
sure
is
did.
currently reporting.
And that one from that alligator from Lake Lanier is going to be in your lake back there.
Jesus Christ.
WSB is currently reporting that there is. Jesus Christ, why can't I send it?
A
There you go.
migration of
No,
alligators.
Migration. Stephanie, look what migration means. Your people migrated from Alabama to here.
And everything
No,
we
we
can do to
didn't.
mitigate them to go back.
They should
Mine
have built
Build
that.
a wall.
Damn, they should have built that wall a long time ago. Shut down I-20.
Alabama
Mine
decided they were
migrated
going to
from
build a
South
wall to
Georgia.
keep people out.
Yeah, so see, you and the armadillos are living proof that if it can crawl, it will make its way from South Georgia.
All surrounding
Yes.
states around Alabama started.
But alligators need water, Stephanie.
There's plenty of water in
Oh,
Georgia.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they traveled up every stream they could.
Rumor is that the military supplied them with
Why can't they
camelbacks.
sprint? Never mind. It's after 9 o'clock. I
Stephanie,
can't say it.
you just blow my mind sometimes.
I
Hey,
just-
research it.
I just sent you a video on the alligator in Lake.
And I got, wasn't she a teacher?
Yes,
We
I
just don't
was.
know what she was teaching.
Nor does she.
I taught special ed. Thank you.
Did you make kids turn into special ed or?
Don't say
Nope.
that. Don't say
My
that. Don't say
kids
that.
loved me. My students adored me.
Well,
People love Santa Claus
alrighty
too.
then.
What are you even talking about, Mike? I know you're
I
trying to
sent
change
you-
the subject.
I
We've
sent
just been
you a
rambling.
video of it went to you personally because for some reason I can't send anything to Just for Fun. Are we blocked? Did you
No,
get us
but
in
you
jail?
may get blocked. You
Yeah, I
keep
think
talking
you-
like
I
this.
think
All
you
right,
might.
listen.
Be sure to bring your binoculars the next time you're here at Lake Lanier. The Department of Natural Resources says a boater and a fisherman spotted a gator here in the northern
And he
part of
looks
the
like he's
lake.
only
They
about
believe
4 or 5.
Someone got it in
Nose
South
to tail.
Florida or South Georgia when it was a baby and then threw it in the lake when it had grown too big. What they plan to do with it if they catch it, starting on Channel 2 Action News at 4. Be sure to bring your binoculars the
I
next
just
time.
Okay,
made it
so
alone.
But
small.
listen. Stephanie's going to argue with you because they said the words, they believe somebody brought it
Exactly.
from South Georgia.
They don't know how it
Stephanie,
got here.
the alligator ferry, man.
Huh?
Yeah, what?
So what?
What?
It's a Pete's dragon. It has wings. Y'all just
Yeah.
don't know it.
That's exactly what it is. The only thing it might have wings might be
It
a
had some
pad at
Red
your
Bull.
house. Oh my God, I've never heard such.
Okay, did you see the video of that little itty bitty stupid alligator?
Yeah.
That thing is. I would reach in there and grab it.
Well,
Yeah, I've held
it'd take
one
a
that
finger off.
size.
No, you just grab the tail.
So
and
let's hear
sling it.
this. Let's hear this. Let's go ahead and make everybody mad. This is about the moss
Oh God, no.
in
I think-
Newton County. So here we go. If it'll play, of course.
Now to a developing story out of Newton County. Lines around the corner and a packed house. Metro Atlanta.
Yeah, but this is
community
from the other day. It
leaders
says August
are calling
23rd.
on county commissioners to reverse a moratorium.
So that's not any new news. I was
No,
thinking
I
it was a
think
new
it's
one.
gonna
Sorry.
Just to let you know, touch base with Savannah and all the coordination on that is taken care of. She'll be here 8:30, 8:45
So
on Friday.
is she asking for Jack and Coke in the green room, or
no? So far, no
no
special
brown
request.
M&Ms?
No, her and Josh will be here about 8:30, 8:45.
No peanut butter Australian Krispy Kreme donuts that we can't even get.
Vegemite sandwich. I don't know.
Vegemite sandwich.
So now I'm just letting you know that's all taken care of, ready to go. Looks like a good show on Friday mornings. Lou, what's up, brother? Big Lou, my paisano, if he's listening.
The real Italian on the show.
So Lou and
The difference between homemade sauce and ragu, right?
Absolutely, Prego. I don't know why I brought a pregnant woman into this.
That's what I was going to say. I always call the pregnant ones Prego.
Lou and I were talking about a format that redneckstep had actually brought up a little while ago about doing an 80s night. So just if any listeners out there are interested in some input, what we're kind of working on right now, we don't know what night, we don't know exactly any of that stuff, but we're just kind of working on it. We're thinking about picking, like, let's say today is what, August 31st, right? So we'd say August 31st, but we'd say 1983. And we'd act like it was August 31st, 1983. We'd report the news from that day, what's going on in the world, music from that day, and just kind of have a little fun with it.
So it would almost be like Orson Welles' War of the Worlds.
I'm
meaning what you're going to be saying is all going to be based on fiction.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
If you're going to be reenacting 1980s.
Yeah, I just think it'd be fun. And Lou was really big on the whole, we could report the news from that day because there are so many of this day in the news. And we're just going to act like it's.
And I actually have that app right here, by the way.
Oh, do you? Very cool. Well, you never let me use your iPad.
Hell no. You don't know how to operate it. It's the simplest thing on the planet. But you, on the other hand, see right here.
See, silly me.
Listen, today in music.
Yeah, see, like pick today.
Here's today's birthday. Birthday number 1. What was the number 1 on the day you were born? And you can pick whether it be British, American.
Right. Now, what year did you pick?
It's today, and it says it allows you to pick on your year, your birthday.
Oh, okay.
So like on this day.
Right.
So on this day, 1976, George Harrison is found guilty of some substances. In 1985, Brothers in Arms, Dire Straits starts a 9-week run at number 1. Their album was number 1 in 1985. 1987 on this day, the largest pre-order of albums in CBS records occurred. 2.25 million copies of Michael Jackson's Bad was shipped to the American record stores. It went over. It ended up selling over 13 million copies, followed by Thriller, and the biggest. And Thriller is the biggest Michael Jackson ever sold at 35 million.
Wow.
1985, Aaliyah and R. Kelly secretly married. 2002, NASA announced. Blah 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 blah. Next, but that they're saying something about NSYNC and astronauts and 23.8 million. Anyways, but that you can choose on this day.
Very cool.
Now September 1st, 1967, the Beatles had a meeting with Paul McCartney's London house to decide their upcoming next course of action. So, I mean, it's really a cool idea to have this. Here's quizzes. Who shares a birthday with you? So on today, Jerry Allison, the drummer of the Crickets in 1939. 1945, Van Morrison.
Oh, wow.
1957, Gina Shock,
the
drummer for the Go-Go's. And then Glenn Telbrucco, whatever the hell his name is, from the Squeeze, 1967. Jared Love, 1977. The Scissor Sisters had guitars. So I mean, it's just all sorts of kind of cool stuff.
Now, I think what would be, I don't know that we'll be able to pull it off live, so because we want to have we already wanted to have a playlist of the music so we could fill in the blanks with the topics and whatnot. And so it would be fun, Steph. Maybe you know, while we're doing it, you can come in one day, I'll come in one day to record it, you know, and you can do the redneck part of what was going on that day.
How about this? In 1998, former Fleetwood Mac singer Stevie Nicks was granted a restraining order against a patient
No way.
a psychotic person who believed that she was a witch and could heal him of his homosexuality. Los Angeles Superior Court barred the man from all her concerts as well as her home and workplace.
Wow.
That's awesome. I never knew that. I love Stevie Nicks too. She used to be.
So,
such
I mean,
a,
it's just all sorts of little cool things
haven't heard
this
from her
app
lately.
has.
So yeah, that's cool. I think it'd be fun. So if there's any listeners out there that are interested or would like to give us some input, I certainly would.
But I will
enjoy
say live, because if Lou's listening too,
I know.
the three of you,
Mhm.
you have to commit.
I know
You would
it's
have to
just,
commit, and I mean, you know, that's the problem is the whole committing and people showing up and
yeah.
and
I don't-
doing what they
maybe-
got to do.
Maybe we'll try it. You know, of course, with your approval. Maybe
But-
we'll try it with one Friday night a month.
A month.
something
That
like
would be
So-
safe. I would
Because that's what
suggest
I was thinking
starting
about
with
Yeah.
just
with
a
one.
month.
Well, it's
Yeah.
going to take a little programming stuff too, a little editing and recording and junk like that. too, so-
Research.
Yeah. So and
research.
lots.
I really
and
think.
lots.
Thank you, Stephanie.
research.
Say it one more time.
Lots and lots and lots. Of
Fact
research.
checking,
Okay. Then.
research.
Um,
The two things that Mike refuses to do, and tell complete stories / complete sentences.
Because yeah, that was my whole idea thing of just talking about like what were you doing, say, you know, June 5th, 1984.
We already know Mike was
when
either
this
selling weed or
song-
cocaine. He's already said it 100 times.
I
Well,
didn't
when
sell
this song
cocaine,
was-
I did cocaine.
Oh, you sold weed
Sold
to
weed.
pay for the cocaine.
But yeah, when this song was number one or this song.
And you
in
know,
the
we've
top
talked about
20
doing this
of
for
that-
years,
yeah.
but we just nobody's ever committed.
Well, I think the music. I think it's now.
Tubby was going to come in and start doing like once a month, Saturday nights or Friday nights of him DJing and playing club stuff, but that never took place either. All these are great ideas, but you know,
Well, let's put that all behind us and let's look forward to the future of doing some really cool stuff. And I got to tell you, 80s fashion is coming back. I was reading about it yesterday.
bitch, if you try to squeeze into some parachute pants,
And I love my parachute.
you
pants.
listen, you could go take your parachute pants right now, Mike. You could go right where the zipper is on the front and the seam is in the back and cut them in half, put on a black vest, and just wear each one of them legs as a sleeve as big as your arms are now. And there's you wearing your damn parachute pants. That's the only way that
listen,
you are getting in your
listen.
parachute pants.
Stop being so mean. Okay, first of all, just stop being
Speaking
so mean.
facts is not mean. It's being honest.
And
Do
let
we
me
need
take
to take a break real quick?
Yes.
'Cause we got to call our.
Yes,
our
we sure do.
guest.
and
Mike.
I was sexy
Mike,
in parachute pants.
I need you to quit being a liar because
Members only
people.
jackets,
God.
little like string.
The problem was you wasn't a
spaghetti
member to
string.
nothing.
I'm too sexy.
We'll be
for
right
you.
back.
I love 80s music.
I wanted to do different eras of
Yeah, because
70s, 80s, 90s.
well, I wanted when this first got talked about, I wanted 1 week of the Go-Go's type, the pop, aha, Only. You know, that's turned out to be one hit, biggest songs in history.
The Radar Love.
Then you could do ear bands. There's so much.
Well, see, like I don't know nothing about hair. Yeah, I don't know nothing about hair bands. So you said I'm
I
saying is
do.
Steph does. Maybe she could do
I know
that
a lot
show.
about a lot of them.
I like 60s and 70s. I know. I love the 60s and 70s. Freaking Rolling Stones and. Well, come on, let's do it. Let's do it, Steffi. I'm talking to Lou today. And maybe it's gonna have to jump around. This means if it is gonna jump around a little bit like that, we need everybody to participate in the social media posting.
If the 80s night happened, here's the wall. Benefit is Zeppelin, Aerosmith, both died in the early 80s.
Yeah, man. Couldn't compete.
Quiet Riot started. Quiet Riot was they wasn't even considered a hair band, but they were the first They were the first ever label to make it onto the top. So they created all the Motley Crues and Def Leppards, and the problem is Def Leppard was already out. Pyromania was already out. Exactly.
Right.
So you could have him being an older guy have more of the 70s feel. But my problem is all this kind of stuff's been talked about before.
Oh my God, Scotty.
No, I own a station. I'm going to continue to say this. When I first started night shows, we talked about doing an 80s show. Everybody kept asking for 80s. Nobody would commit. Then when the morning show started, 80s conversation, hell, y'all, every weekend, y'all are asking for 80s. We could never get anybody to commit. So you can be, let's go forward all you want. But it's just like if it keeps repeating itself, it's always just going to be the same shit. I need commitments. So hash all the ideas you want. But it ain't going to be, because I tried Joey. Joey's show was supposed to be what we're talking about right now. Y'all are trying to call it 80s, and I'm telling you, the same thing that y'all are talking about is what I told Joey I wanted, and it never happened. I said, I want you to talk about rock. I want you to talk about how Alice Cooper started theatricals, and then next thing you know, Kiss is doing it. I wanted all this talked about, and I never got it talked about. So there you go. You with me? How's that even possible?
Or I'm doing a little bit different. Check this out.
So, Mike, this interviewer, this guest though.
There you go.
You're into that music. You should know.
Stephanie, you're doing this interview.
Y'all are doing this interview.
I've tried everything in the world to get out of this one. You're doing it. You were the.
Does anybody want to go skydiving?
Yes. Yes. Can I go skydiving? My daughter wants to go too. If we can, just tell me how much.
Hold on. And then we'll call him. We got to call him.
Ooh. Oh, he didn't die, did he?
All right, we're back, everybody. We got to rush because we do have a phone call that we're supposed to be making. I know Nikki and Tubby are wanting to go skydiving. I know the other day that was brought up. A lot of people were talking about wanting to go skydiving while we were tubing. My friend Billy just reached out to me and says, hey, do you want to go skydiving? So I'm trying to get a group together. I'm not going. I'm going to be the video guy.
My daughter and I are go.
So if anybody's wanting to get a group together to go skydiving, we are in the midst of trying to pull that together.
First of all, I would never get in an airplane. Second of all, much less jump out of a perfectly functioning airplane. Not happening. But good luck to all of y'all that do.
I'll do it, and my daughter, just so count me in for 2.
You know, when they used to ask my grandfather why he doesn't fly, and he says, because I don't want to die. And people would say, you die when it's your time to die. He goes, 350 people on a plane. What if it's the captain's time?
If God wanted me to fly, I'd have wings. That's the way I've always looked at it.
300 people might die if it's the captain's time. I'm just saying.
Do we have a date?
No, that's kind of where we're going with this. All right, Steph, you ready?
Yeah.
If you roll your eyes, you are not a slot machine. I mean, you might open up like one,
Y'all
but
know
you
I
ain't
don't
a slot
do
machine.
Good interviews, and this guy is like.
This should be impressing you to know that you're getting to say hello to this guy first. This should impress the hell out of you. I was watching a TV show last night, and there was a picture of Rod Stewart, and I paused the TV, and I looked at my wife, and I said, that's the guy to be on the phone tomorrow.
Yeah,
now, how cool is that?
I watched his videos, and so yeah, so
here we go.
What the
Stephanie,
hell am I supposed to say?
Stephanie, this at this moment will be the largest interview you've ever had.
Add the tension on more.
The largest, and like me, to me, one of the largest interviews I've ever had is when I was sitting on the phone with one of the guys who was the surviving security guy for Van Zant when the plane went down with Leonard Skinner. When I got to listen to him tell the story of him looking up and seeing the bodies, and that was the largest interview I've ever had. Now Stephanie is taking a walk back in time because you're part of Just for Fun. You are getting to do this interview. How do you not see this as so friggin' cool?
It is very cool, but I can't.
Well, then
do
look
it by
grateful.
myself.
You're not doing it by, listen, it's just like when you're at home. You're never by yourself. There's always people peeping in the window.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and y'all are gonna make fun of me because I'm gonna goof up and get tongue tied because I'm a
You're
nervous
the redneck.
wreck.
You're the redneck. It's
Yeah,
expected.
I'm
Hello.
the,
Remember, I tried to draw your
mhm.
family bush yesterday.
I'm nervous wreck
Ew.
redneck now.
Ever heard of manscaping? Everybody got
Oh my
quiet on
God.
that one.
I have, obviously. I mean,
okay, you ready?
this guy that we were fixing to call people.
Everybody
he
tell
has-
everybody say, tell everybody listening right now who you're fixing to call.
We were fixing to call Phil Chin. He is the most sought after bassist, session bassist in England right now. He has played with the likes of Rod Stewart.
And when they say
from
session, that means
1977.
90% of the recordings
Yes.
in recording
Do you see me
studios.
shaking?
Like when everybody talks about Guns N' Roses recording, do you know that it's Axl's voice, but not every album recorded is the band members playing? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Most of the time they're recorded people that are session people. That's what they do. They are that good.
Wow, Scotty.
Okay. Are you ready?
Make it worse.
All right,
But
here we go.
He's played with Rod Stewart, Jeff Beck. He's did a project where he's played with Eddie Van Halen. I mean, this man has played with Bob Marley. I mean, he's just awesome. I hate you.
No, you don't. You two were trying to convince me to let y'all do an 80s night, and you are
Yes.
getting ready to call a guy that
yeah,
helped create the 80s
Yes.
on the music scene.
Yes. And I have no idea.
He's responsible for a lot of the music scene in the 80s, right? So come on.
70s and 80s.
There you
yes.
go.
He
So
played-
let's go. Hope I make you feel good.
No.
feel good.
Probably after the interview.
Ew.
Why is it so low?
We're getting there, Steph.
Okay, what just happened?
It's just a busy signal. Hold on. Where are we calling? I mean,
I don't know.
That's my point. We could, for all we know, this thing's dialing over the pond.
I tried to call Switzerland on it one time. It wouldn't do it.
Well, we know it calls Australia.
Yep.
May I speak with Mr. Chin, please?
Yeah, talking.
Hi, this is Redneck Steph with Just for Fun Radio.
Yeah.
We were
Yep.
we were calling to do an interview with you.
Sure. Go ahead.
I heard you were playing Tuesday night at the Medlock Krager Celebrity Golf Invitational,
Yep.
and that's to benefit St. Jude's.